Your life path number is your purpose. It represents the person that you must become in order to fulfill your destiny. It is your life's algorithm. It programs all the events that occurs in your life to either make you into the person that you're meant to become so that you can evolve, or it will break you and you'll have to get reincarnated here and start the whole process all over again. And you'll keep repeating that same life path until you master the lesson. As human beings, we have no control over the events that occur in our lives. All we can control is how we respond to the events that occur in our lives. And this is what your life path is testing you on. If you pass the test, you're going to have good fortune and fulfillment in life. But if you don't, you won't. It's just that simple. To calculate your life path number, all you need to do is add up all the singular digits in your full birthday, and the sum is your life path. So let's say, for example, you were born July 29th, 1999. All you're going to do is add up 7 plus 2 plus 9 plus 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9. That's going to give you 46. 4 plus 6 makes it 10. 1 plus 0 makes 1. This person is a life path 1, and it's the same thing for this as well. But today we're going to be talking about life path 3s. If all the numbers in your birthday adds up to a 12, a 21, a 30, a 39, or a 48, you are a life path 3. The life path 3 is the artist, the communicator, and the bringer of joy. These beings are ruled by Jupiter, which is the planet of wisdom, optimism, expansion, and self-expression. Life path 3s are here to express themselves, uplift others, and create beauty in the world. These souls are often gifted in speaking, writing, performance, art, teaching, or humor. Their purpose is not just to communicate or entertain others, but to inspire emotional release, imagination, and connection through creative expression. They are emotional, vibrant, and magnetic, but they must learn emotional maturity. They need to learn how to follow through and self-belief. While they are charming and witty, they often hide deep vulnerabilities underneath their charisma. Life path 3s are here to turn feelings into art, pain into wisdom, and thoughts into a story. If you're a life path 12, you are a performer with depth. This is a combination of independence coming from that one energy, and then sensitivity and a desire for a meaningful connection or relationship coming from that 2 energy. These 3s have a strong need for both self-expression and connection. They are extremely charismatic, and they often draw a lot of attention to themselves without even trying. They are talented in the performing arts, social work, or any creative leadership roles that involves working with others. Their creativity is personal, and they often channel real emotional stories into their work. Their greatest challenge is approval seeking, and then having an identity crisis when other people don't accept them or approve of what they're doing. If you're a life path 21, you are a romantic creator. This number has similar components to the 12, but the difference is that in the number 21, the 2 leads first with emotional intelligence. And so these people are more reflective and more receptive to the energies that are around them, and then the willpower coming from the 1 follows behind it. These are the 3s that are romantic, idealistic, and emotionally expressive. They're lovers of beauty, and they often fall in love with love itself. These are your poets, lovers, musicians, dreamers, and these 3s tend to be emotionally colorful and charming. They're great at inspiring others emotionally or aesthetically, but they may over-romanticize situations or even people. Their greatest challenge is their overdependence on fantasies or external validation, and this number also needs grounding. If you're a life path 30, you are known as the divine speaker. The number 30 is a pure creative force. The 0 in this number acts as a spiritual amplifier, and it makes these 3s one of the most powerful speakers and communicators. A good example of this is Terrence Howard, life path 30. Another one is Jamie Foxx, also a life path 30. These 3s are often born to be orators, writers, performers, or spiritual messengers. Their voice, their writing, or their art can have a global reach if they're able to overcome their self-doubt and stage fright. They can be highly psychic and spiritually sensitive, but they must learn to stabilize their emotions and follow through. Their biggest challenge is that they may struggle with consistency or feeling lost in the clouds. The Life Path 39 is known as the compassionate orator. This combination is a fusion of creativity coming from the 3 and then a humanitarian purpose coming from that 9 energy. This is the wisest and the most mature 3, and they're often seen as an old soul with a young heart. Their storytelling, music, art, or writing often has a healing, uplifting, social justice tone. They feel called to teach, inspire, or guide others through emotional or creative wisdom. Their biggest challenge is that they tend to carry some form of guilt with them or over responsibility, and they need to learn how to not sacrifice their joy for obligation. If you're a Lifepath 48, you are a structured artist. The Lifepath 48 is a very practical and driven form of the Lifepath 3. This is a blend of discipline coming from that 4 energy, ambition coming from that 8 energy, and then creative expression coming from that 3 energy. These people often suppress or delay their creative gifts until later on in life because a lot of them feel like they need to earn the right to be able to express themselves. They are capable of building financial empires out of art, design, business, or some form of creative strategy. They're often extremely intelligent and business-minded, and they also tend to be extremely artistic. Their biggest challenge is feeling blocked or limited by duty, and they must learn to allow joy and spontaneity into their life's mission. No matter what type of Lifepath 3 that you are, if you do happen to be Lifepath 3, you are a creative fire that brings light to the shadows. Whether you paint, speak, write, dance, design, sing, or teach, your power lies in your ability to express truth with beauty. You must learn to trust your voice, honor your emotions, and commit to your dreams. Your joy is sacred, your sensitivity is your superpower, and your story is needed. Now, if you would like to learn more about numerology, click the link in my profile bio and read my book, Supreme Mathematics, or if you like a reading, just book a session, and you can also find that in the link in my profile bio.